How you guys feel?
I feel good.
Get this man a burger.
Oh, right.
God.
I almost forgot I was hungry and half a blunt in the car and lying to me. But I think, right, I want to start doing this more because I was seeing the ones you was doing and I was like, damn, I started therapy, but I ain't been able to go lately. But I've been wanting to continue to open up because talking to myself ain't working no more.
So, did you guys see what happened with Target this month?
What happened?
They basically rolled out all this gay pride inventory, and that has been generating a lot of pushback. I think they lost $9 billion in 1 week because of the conservatives, and I don't know how do you know about it, right?
A little bit. That's where they put up stuff, and then
Then put it in the
the
back.
straight people came and tore it all down. And,
Yeah.
like
They had tuck friendly.
they did sell a
swimsuits.
like a child's tucking panty.
Yeah.
Which was bizarre.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
Is that inclusive or is that doing too much?
That's way
Tucking
too
your
much.
child's penis?
I mean, if they identify, but that's another part of the conversation I would like to get to, though.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
too
like
much.
classic tuck. If you're gonna tuck, get you some duct tape. I don't care if you're 4 years old. Do the business. I'm just saying, if you're gonna tuck, I'm not advocating that your 4-year-old tuck. But if your 4-year-old's like, I identify, I'm not gonna buy a tucking panty. I mean,
oh Jesus!
Oh
no.
my,
Oh my God!
that's a
joking.
lot.
They didn't just have trans apparel. They had, I think,
gay stuff. It's
gay
the gay
stuff,
shit they have
Kalo books,
everywhere.
and
But that's the problem. They don't. I'm assuming a gay person is not doing this.
no.
Because they're doing it wrong.
Have
you
you
have
ever?
to market.
What's the right way?
What gay
Definitely
person
don't give
ever
a
has
4-year-old
rainbow
a tuck
shit?
underwear.
That's what I wanna know.
Exactly. I have a flag on
And
accident.
what do we go to Target
Literally,
for?
like.
I don't know. Malik, what do you go to Target for? I don't.
What do I go to Target for?
Yeah.
I go for I just bought some soap, my favorite soap, and like bubble bath, and
That's what we want. That's what I
swimming
get from there
suits
too.
or,
Yeah.
like, you know,
so
like
candles smell good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would do
That
it.
makes me
You don't
feel
even need
like
to put a rainbow on. Those are just gay already.
Yeah, you can throw a rainbow on them hoes, and boom, we happy.
Okay.
It's
I was just saying.
Y'all heard Target
I was
having
just saying.
free marketing right now.
How many gay people do you know who have a bunch of rainbow shit, anyways? I don't know a lot that have much.
lesbians.
All the rainbow shit I
Lesbians
have-
be having a lot of rainbow shit, don't they?
lesbians
Yeah.
do be having a lot of rainbow shit.
But all the rainbow shit I have, straight people gave to me. Like they thought, oh, here's a gift for you, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, it's like a white
I
person.
saw-
It's like
I
a white
saw
person
this
giving you a
and
Black
thought of
Lives Matter
you.
shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I saw this and thought of you, and I'm
just
like,
a rainbow on like a tag, you know. It doesn't
sure.
have to be like. the
But like, do you have
actual
like a rainbow
bath bomb.
shirt that you wear? Like you got your rainbow shirt?
I would like one.
Okay, but you don't have one.
I would like one.
Not you patting your braids on the sentence, dog. Y'all funny. All right, so we'll go, bro. All right, so explain some gay definitions for me, because I'm a straight man and I just don't know what I don't know sometimes. And for instance, I remember I was in a town hall meeting. I met this guy who was pretty flamboyant, and he said something to me. He's like, I was going to miss a meeting because I had a prior work engagement. And he's like, oh, no, you're going to miss all the Kiki. And I'm like, who the hell is Kiki? I ain't meet a Kiki.
Right?
Who's Keisha? Like, who's that?
Oh,
And so, can you explain Kiki?
Oh yeah, of course. So Kiki is like a kiki, like a laugh. So just enjoying yourself, and in any
Like cutting
way
up.
you might do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it?
Well, Kiki could also be there's a more modern definition of that it's a party. But I've always
Right.
heard of a Kiki as like
there's a Kiki
when
ball.
you and your friends are like talking
Kiki
about
ball?
something.
Meaning it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's not a real ball. So
Oh,
yeah, it's a joke.
okay.
dude.
No, but
The more
there's
you-
a
the more you
song
know.
where it says "Let's have a Kiki," and they're saying it like "Let's have a party." So it's like the real definition is what he said, which is like you
they're
and your
using it
friend
wrong.
in
Just-
the corner.
just cutting up
like
further.
Kikiing happens a lot when some other shit's going on. And
Yeah,
then
like
you're in the
people
corner,
watching talking
and
crazy.
then you're talking. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I've heard straight people call that chopping it up.
I like how you chopped that sentence up. All right. What is a bear?
My last name is literally
A bear.
So yeah,
He's big and hairy.
So big hairy gay man.
basically, you're a
And
bear.
white. Or I guess you don't have to be white.
be a
to
bear.
I'd be a bear.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
you don't have to be white. No, you could be.
I mean, he's a polar bear.
I would technically be a polar bear.
He's a brown
Technically,
bear.
I'm a polar bear.
Wait,
that's a real
wait,
thing.
are we having Kiki right now?
Yes.
I'm learning.
That's the Kiki.
Target should have had this meeting.
Right. Yo, Target, get at me. I can definitely do y'all's prize stuff.
Let's see how you answer this question.
Stuff.
Size queens.
What is that?
What is that?
They're interesting.
That just means you like him big.
Yeah.
And you
Like
won't
big
take
dudes?
anything.
Big dingling.
Big dicks.
Ew.
Yeah. You won't take anything less, like no matter what.
Yeah, you have to be this tall to ride this ride kind of situation going on.
And I think what makes
With your
them
butthole.
right. No, and I think what makes them queens is like they really cut people down. Like if they meet a guy and like he's not as big as they want, they won't just say no. Like they'll make them feel bad.
Like you gonna make it grow by shaming them?
right. Yeah.
Come back when you got 3 more inches of girth.
Dead. Girth? No, that's not.
Girth queens, that's a different thing.
Right, I'm about to
Wait,
say,
that's
hold
a
on.
different
It has
one?
to be long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Oh, I didn't know because
I mean,
all right, y'all, you're messing with me, right? Because I don't know what I don't know.
Right? I'm a girth queen.
A girth,
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
big girther.
I need a big around like a tray.
It sound, I don't
hell
know.
no.
I'm just spitballing this, but it sounds like spitballing.
You know how straight men
Sound
like
like it sounds like you would call that.
Yeah, straight men like talking pussies.
yeah.
You're right.
Okay, so I was going to call it. It sounded like that'd be called like a tree hugger,
Basically.
Basically, yeah.
or like a girthy thing.
Oh, a girth
Yeah.
guy, tree hug.
Oh, versus everything.
Okay, got it.
Fucking.
You like a bicycle with a kickstand, that kind of thing. Absolutely.
What is
A tripod.
Yeah.
For your camera.
Or you know. All right. All right. Have you ever had any straight women ask for advice on men, like either sexually, emotionally, how they talk, how they act, behave?
all the time?
Really? Do you give them good advice?
Sometimes it depends on if I like the girl. If I don't like the girl,
Wait, you out here giving bad advice?
Yeah, dump him.
You giving bad stack tips?
Dump him.
if I don't like the girl,
Really?
like,
Yeah.
I'm very strategic.
I will pay for the abortion. Let's do this. That's the kind of advice I give to my girlfriend.
Oh,
I'm joking.
Man.
I'm joking.
Savagery over in this couch.
You know, I always just remind them, especially when they're black women, like, you know everything that you're asking me right now, and
You're just
you're
looking for
only
confirmation.
asking me,
Yeah, that's fair.
So, what about you, Benji? The bad tips that you've given. What was the bad tip that you've given?
I'm curious.
Anything. It just depends on who it is and what they're asking. I give girls come to me for advice all the time,
Yeah.
all day. Like,
Usually, women want advice about like they want you to sort of bolster their self-esteem. It isn't what should I do. It's you got this. Whatever you do you're gonna make the right decision because you take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Like those are like all the women that I've ever really given advice to. It's like
It's more they want
it's emotional.
affirmations.
It's like whatever
it's
decision
a
you
lot
make,
of
I'm gonna
emotional
support you.
advice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
basically.
like about things like one of my homegirls, she probably gonna watch this. Her nigga was like going to Vegas, right? And she was like, "Are he
With
going
the guys?
With the guys.
Okay.
She's like, he's going to Vegas in a month or 2 months.
They get
Like,
married?
it was a long time. No, he's
Oh,
going
he's
by
just
himself
going.
and she's not going. And she's like,
You finna clap cheeks.
that, and she was like trying to be mad about it and shit. And I'm like, you can't be mad, girl. That's gonna push him away. Things like that.
Okay.
That's an example. And she didn't. No one had told her that. No one like.
Did you
gave her
classify why that will push him away?
Yes, absolutely.
What'd you say?
It's gonna make him feel like you don't trust him. You guys live together.
Has she caught him cheating?
No.
Okay.
Well, no. Not cheating, but you know.
Oh, no, pause, all right? Look at the Virgo.
It depends on what your definition of cheating is. Because to me, like, it just depends on what your definition of cheating is.
First base. Not gay first base.
Ah,
Oh, you weren't here for that.
What's first base?
See,
The gays don't have bases.
A kiss?
The gay. Okay.
I said
All right,
what basis earlier.
All right, so I'll
I
give
thought
that.
gay first base was like a little more active than
Like what?
than
It
straight
seemed,
first base.
like straight people
What's
get a
a
little more
gay
active.
first base?
Well, like
So-
like straight first base is like a kiss on the cheek. I thought like
A blowjob.
like gay first base would be like a
You're a
blowjob.
psycho.
No. I'm giving the blowjob, I'm not getting it.
You're a psycho. That's all. No, that's not gay first base.
It isn't.
No, first base is first base for everybody.
I don't think that's true.
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
second? Okay, what's gay
We
second
got
base?
the same bases, y'all.
What's gay second base?
What's straight second
What?
base?
Playing with breast.
Yeah, see, we don't like that.
Masturbating. So reaching your hand
Which
down
would be
there
third
and-
base for them.
Right.
Okay,
See?
so that's second base for us because you're grabbing
See,
tits.
so first base for us could be sucking a dick. I mean, if you're
No. Once you put
That's
your-
what we do in the
once
dugout.
you put your mouth on
in the
it.
dugout.
Y'all, is this according to what happens when you first meet somebody? Because I want to clarify for everybody in the room.
It's based off of.
I just want to clarify.
It's hilarious, bro.
It's based off of.
Oh,
that,
my God, I'm
because
crying.
You can first meet somebody and go all the way to third base. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So it's not given like what
That's called hitting a triple.
Well,
Yeah.
shit. What's home for y'all?
home base is like sex for me. I don't know.
Wait, no, he's right. Home base is the move-in part.
Right?
That's home base. Because after all of that, there's nothing
My
else
mail
left
comes
to
here
do.
now.
Yeah,
Home
pretty
base.
much.
Home base.
The move in. That's home base.
Not,
Yo,
it's
wow.
not gonna be, but
Yo, wow.
yeah.
Yeah. It seems that way. It was how I know him.
Oh my god.
We ain't going there. We ain't going there. You said what's home with me?
Yeah.
When she got to eat a plan B. I'm playing.
That's what I was thinking. That's it's the same.
You gotta just sneak it into her muffin
Home
as
bases
well?
is the same.
Her muffin. Y'all, please, I need a cheese. Y'all please.
Can you give this kid a strawberry?
Please.
Oh my god. Okay. Is there a difference in the gay culture that you experience growing up in like your teenage years versus what these guys have experienced?
Sure. I mean, of course.
Can you speak to it that you know of?
It's hard to say because, like, I mean.
Go ahead, bitch.
I have a question.
Sure.
Where'd you grow up? Where you from?
I've lived in Atlanta for like 30 years.
Oh.
But before that, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And then before that, my dad was in the Air Force. So we kind of lived all over.
How old were you when you moved to Atlanta?
Junior year, like 17.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So wait, is that right?
So
Were
when
you
you
gay then?
so when you
I
sniff,
came out when I was 18. So I knew I was gay the
Did you go
moment
to
I was
Bulldogs? Was
but-
Bulldogs a thing?
Yeah, Bulldogs was a thing, and I used to live actually right behind Bulldogs.
Really?
And I went a few times. Absolutely.
What was the crowd there? Was there black men
It was
in Bulldogs?
mixed. It was mixed then.
Predominantly white?
No, it was like
No,
sort of half and
predominantly
half.
black. Okay.
And which was weird because there were no bars like that. Back then, it was like if you were gay, you went to Loretta's, Trackside, or Tracks. There was a couple, and then in Atlanta, it's like then it was like the dance clubs like So any of the late night dance clubs like Backstreet, the Heretic, Club Anytime, all that. Those
The
would
Heretic
be mixed.
was around.
Those would be mixed.
Okay.
The Eagle would be mixed.
The Eagle,
But if you
of
went to
course.
like Blake's.
Blake's was no blacks.
No black. Well, not necessarily no blacks, but it was like if there were, it was like.
A sprinkle, kind of like now.
I think so. I don't think it's changed.
You know what?
I
Blake's
don't think
is
it's
now mixed.
Yeah, it seems
Blake's
like
is now mixed.
Well, I think
But
Atlanta
even
in general
still,
is more mixed in like
the
there
blacks.
are- yeah.
I'm sorry. The blacks go upstairs,
Yeah.
and then it'd be
not
like,
you looking like
we still
like
be
you dying in the desert.
Yeah. That's always been the case. I feel like though. Yeah. And then Atlanta, like there used to be. I feel like there was a black lesbian bar and a lesbian bar, a white lesbian bar, and now it's just MSR and it's all.
one thing.
Yeah, it's all one giant.
There's
thing.
not that many lesbians in the world. I don't think. Not like lesbians that.
Well, they're on a Friday night hunt. There's
Not
so
like
many.
yeah, but like imagine them having like multiple clubs.
It's a fly on the wall
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, you good? I mean, I have this is out of my wheelhouse. I mean, but
Yeah.
Well, I
I think
guess I
the
don't- but
biggest
this is-
difference
it
now
doesn't-
is like
It doesn't have to be.
since there was no apps back then, so you just met
need
everybody.
an
in
adult.
person.
I'm not going to second base.
He did say he turned somebody out just for fun.
You did say that. What was that question about, by the way?
He warned you.
What was it about?
I'm not.
I forgot the question.
Have you ever?
I need an adult.
You asked the question. Have you ever turned somebody
The
out
next
just
question.
for fun?
Oh, that was the okay. Is that the one you had the
is
question
that like
about?
a thing that y'all think gay people do? Is that where
No,
I'm
I
going?
actually had
Like, just-
okay. So
just turning straights gay just to be mean about it and be like,
no.
have fun at church on Sunday.
So give you a little backstory about some people I work with. When I first moved I grew up in the backwoods of Tennessee. When I first moved down here, when I first moved to Atlanta, I guess I was a little what you would call homophobic because it's more so based on what I didn't know.
Yeah.
And the culture
Yeah.
I grew up in, right?
Yeah.
And one of the first best friends I made, she was a lesbian, but she wasn't necessarily comfortable being out the closet, right?
Okay.
And she would tell me how she would like kind of slow play a person that's straight.
Okay.
And get them to cross over the other side. And
They call that grooming now, but yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
that I guess I mean, but I don't know necessarily if that's a
good word.
someone.
I
or
think that
what?
there's people.
That's a
Oh,
good
grooming.
word for
I
that.
think there's people that are just into that in general. Like in straight, a lot of it's like older guys and younger women. You know, you always see
Yeah,
the
the
trope,
grooming.
the sugar baby and all that. And I think that there is a subset of gay men that only want to fuck with straight guys or guys that have never been with another. They want to be their first.
The first.
Yeah, I think that's
The same
definitely a
guy
thing.
that told me about the Kiki, I thought it was who I thought was a person.
Yeah.
He was.
There are people named Kiki too, though.
Yeah, I know some Kikis.
I know
And
some
do
Kikis.
you know what Kai Kai is?
No.
A Kai Kai is when two drag queens fuck.
Oh hell no!
It's true. It is true.
I'm not.
I have a.
You never heard that?
I don't know how to formulate the question after that. Okay.
Because drag queens like are attracted to each other.
Oh,
Sometimes.
well.
I would imagine so.
I mean,
You messing up my software, hardware. Like I'm just kind of.
Kiki, two drag queens can Kiki then Kai Kai. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. The guy that's Kiki. Thank you. The guy that told me about Kiki. He was talking about trying to get everybody in the group to go out for drinks and kind of see what who can do what.
Yeah.
But it seemed like he was trying to enhance the opportunity to turn a straight person out.
That's what liquor
You
does.
specifically?
He said that's what liquor does.
That's what liquor does.
I've had a lot of liquor. I've never wanted to toot it up.
No, I'm saying that's what it should make someone a little more. In most
I mean,
cases.
but that just makes you more honest about what you actually are, though, right?
Yeah.
You would
Okay.
think so.
I don't know. I just feel like there's so many out gay men that why would you bother with any of that? You know what I mean?
For sport, I guess.
But
I guess
for sport.
Yeah,
You're right. For sport. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah. That's ever really
Malik,
been my
look,
thing.
you have a question?
I was just thinking about. I mean, because
He
once
pushes
you.
my tongue.
Push his mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, thank you. No, I was just thinking about
That's good.
when y'all said thank you. Y'all,
Y'all petty. All y'all petty.
No, I was just thinking about when y'all said that some guys enjoy being with a guy that's never been with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that though, something clicked because it's not that I enjoy a guy that has never been with a guy. I actually prefer to not be with a guy who has never been with a guy before. But there is something interesting about watching somebody be interested in the other side and wanting to grow in that. So like a guy's first time going to a gay bar or, like having a nice experience. First time first time displaying affection publicly, like things like that.
Okay.
So, right, not necessarily the fact that, like you have a girlfriend and that's hot or like that's disgusting, but yeah, the new experience, I think that's something that I have enjoyed in the past.
Okay. The person you've admitted it that you turned it out somebody out for sport.
Yeah, and I'd probably do it again. Probably if I feel like I.
You see the eye roll? Like, shit, that was last week for me. All right. So, what makes it? Was it the motivation? What was the motivation behind it?
behind doing it.
Yeah.
I just seen the opportunity.
Real quick, I didn't ask this earlier, but if you guys are comfortable, of course, can you guys quickly identify yourself as tops or bottoms?
Well,
Switch hitters?
I should make y'all guess.
ladies first.
Well, I'm a bottom. Strictly.
Okay.
I'm versatile, but very bossy. Let's just say that.
Okay. Switch hitter? Baseball references.
I'm verse.
Okay.
I play shortstop. What does that mean?
You got bad wind? you sleep with a CPAP?
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, verse life, best life. Flip flop.
Oh, the turning somebody out. So, was it a situation where they were kind of tiptoeing the line and you kind of snatched them across, or was it they were living a straight life and you saw something in them and you?
It's happened more than once.
Give examples.
Okay, I would guess I'll give you one.
Okay.
One. No, I'm kidding. Maybe not the most recent.
You don't have to say names.
I know, but
Yeah.
the most recent. I can watch this.
Okay. What was the situation? Did they have a boyfriend, girlfriend? I mean, well, what they have? A wife?
I'm trying to think about.
Was this the?
I don't want to. I plead the fifth. I don't want to talk about.
When he played this video, man,
I don't want to.
All right. So don't. All right, now don't make me do callbacks now because you already said something
I
about.
don't want to talk. I don't want to tell about that.
Okay.
Okay. The real problem is, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking about the last two and like this situation. I just don't want to tell y'all.
Okay,
It's
well, if you
personal,
don't
but
tell,
then
if
I'm
you
trying
don't,
to think back, and I'm like,
okay, you don't have to say how it started. Can you do mind telling how it ended?
I do mind.
Okay. All right. Was it positive or negative
It was fun
for you? But what about for them?
for.
Did they transition to being gay, or did they still go back to the side? You don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Can you still call them?
One of them, yeah.
Okay. Y'all got questions?
I mean, I have a lot of questions.
I have a lot of questions too, but I'm just trying to
But I'm not gonna. I'm a lady, so I'm not gonna ask.
we're
You know
walking
what I
on
mean? So-
eggshells at this point.
No, you're fine.
Okay, wait. Can I one question? So if you the one you can still talk to, right? The other one, if you popped up at their work, what would the reaction be? You just showed up somewhere.
I'm cool.
Okay, I was just
He
wondering.
would be like,
I think I was wondering if like you walked
I
in the
would
room and
think-
they'd be like,
no, I think he would be like, yo, what's up, bro?
okay. So then it's not as dramatic as you're making it out to be.
What's up, bruh? Or what's up, bruh? Like,
What's
which
up,
one? Okay.
Like it wouldn't be no biggie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wouldn't like make it known, like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't walk in and be like,
Hey, babe.
Well.
Yeah.
Look at it.
How was church last Sunday? No, bitch, I'm not doing that.
You left these at my house. Just get a pair of women's panties out and be like, you left these
and would eat it up,
at my house.
and would have ate it up, toe it up.
See, I don't move like that. So, yeah.
Earlier, you said pause jokingly. You guys are aware of the pause game a lot of straight guys play, right? How do you guys feel about that? Is it homophobic or is it just guys being immature and having fun?
It's fun. I don't know. I don't think anybody means any harm from it. I don't think when you say it, the intent. I think it's rooted in homophobia, but it's now has become like nigga. Like people say it without meaning to hurt you.
Interesting. What do you guys feel?
I don't hear it as much anymore. It was definitely a
I
game
can
that they
introduce
played
to
a
some of my
lot.
friends.
What is it? I don't know if I know.
Pause. Like when someone's like, if I said something that a gay guy would say, or I'm a straight guy would consider to be kind of tone the line about gay, and they're just like, pause.
Okay, I got you.
That's it.
Yeah.
Which is like no homo, I guess.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Interchangeable.
Well, so it was always a
Yeah,
little
he said
offensive.
He said
Spitting
spitting
balls.
balls earlier, and I was like, pause.
Yeah.
Oh well, see, yeah, like
Say it again.
Is that why everyone just screams pause at me all the time? They're just like, pause,
if you say something gay, they say pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it means. But I take more offense to it when it's like something normal,
Pause.
or if you say something by accident,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, well,
really
you know, I didn't mean it like that, so don't.
Because pause could be a lot of things. It could be like just for a sexual innuendo. It could be for
No, but we remember how it was when we would say something. You could just say something crazy like. I was trying to remember what you actually said earlier, but it was like, you know,
The baseball references.
yeah.
But it's the ones that are the ones who point out how gay everything you say is. They gay. They're gay. they end up being the ones that are secretly getting their dick stepped on the side. The ones who are all obsessed about how all their straight friends act. I'm just saying, that's just the case.
I'm making a clip and just posting this in my group chat.
They gonna keep seeing. Y'all gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna watch it back.
Oh yeah, this is going to be
Funny.
hilarious.
All right, we get a little serious, guys. Okay. All right. Should there be an age limit on gender affirming surgery?
Absolutely.
Yes.
What say you, Ian?
What number are we thinking?
I don't have a number.
What number are you?
Like what age?
At least 16.
16?
Just like with
Years
everything
old?
else. Just like with everything else, they can consent to sex. Not
So how do you feel about beta blocker or the things that block puberty?
Hormone blockers?
Hormone blockers.
No, I don't.
Because there's
I
that
don't
kind
believe
of.
that.
There's the ones where they're taking hormones to transition from one direction to the other, and then there's the ones where they just delay puberty until the person's old enough to decide one way or the other what they want to be.
So what happens in that situation?
I don't know. I'm not not being trans. It's hard for me to comment really.
Okay.
But I don't think that I think that there has to be some kind of decision regulation because you can't just let any kid who decides that they
Or
want to
parent.
transition. Yeah, I think that there needs to be some kind of oversight. Like if you're an adult and you want to transition, you have to meet with a psychologist. There's all these things you have to do, and it should be at least that. It should be at least that level for a child to do it. But
So-
I can't see any
More intense.
Yeah, it should be more intense than
child,
that. It should be
absolutely.
more. Yeah, it should be. It shouldn't be like, oh, you can just get it because now for adults it's not even that way.
So
Yeah,
what about earlier we were talking about Dylan and the Bud Light campaign. You said that they were more so being celebrated for transitioning versus being.
Well, that's what they
transitioned.
documented was their transition. They documented they were literally doing posts like day 1 as a girl, day 2 as a girl, day 3 as a girl. I just had this done. I just had
sounds like
that
a
done.
lot.
I'm scared. Like if you wanted a roadmap on how to transition, you could watch that and it would give you almost a day by day. These are the things. This is the order it happens in. And so in that regard, it's like, okay, well, you're not just on here as a trans person. You're on here like literally kind of like giving a roadmap to transitioning, which is a little different. That's a little more, I think, like they planned to do that. Like it was like, okay,
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why the question going.
that's different
So,
than most of the people I know who are trans.
with you
sort of
alluding
just
to
get
them
there.
doing that for attention, do you think certain parents are trying to encourage their children to transition for attention?
God, I don't. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
just
know.
like everything else, just like with acting and singing, like
They
a
push
lot of
certain-
those parents push their children into it. Is especially it started to become a case of I couldn't do it when I was your
Oh.
age.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
definitely.
I don't know. I don't know anybody personally that's doing that for sure.
Okay.
So if
I
that's
can
happening,
agree.
that's like, it's like everything else. If a person's a bad parent,
That's just another
it's
aspect.
just
to
another
it.
avenue, another way. Make them play sports when they don't want to play sports. Make them transition when they don't want to. Or making decisions for your kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And also I think there's a lot to be said for people who, there's a big thing in that community discussing about gender affirming care for kids where they say when your children tell you who they are, believe them. And I don't disagree with that, but I also think when a child says something to you, you need to let it breathe for a while because that thing that they say and they're adamantly this is what they are in 2 or 3 months they could be on to something else.
Yes.
And so you need to give it that time. So it's like, hey, yeah, your child says they want to be this thing or they don't feel comfortable. Well, they have their entire childhood before they get to adolescence to be concerned. It's like there's time. And so rather than being like, okay, well, my child said this, so tomorrow I'm going to put them in a dress. It's like, no, start the process of really exploring what it is that they're saying about gender that, it's like maybe they just want to play with dolls, or maybe they just want to wear a skirt and that's as far as it goes for them. And maybe it truly is that they want to be trans, but that's going to take way longer than deciding that in a weekend, being told your kid says X and then, and I think that's where I think people get really up in arms. It's like, no, if they say it, you need to immediately start this. And then there's other people who say we should never do it. So I think that I don't know. I think that,
When looking at those situations, every like it's such a problematic topic when considering sports, right? And I think that makes more sense because of the physical capabilities disparity right there. How do you guys feel about that? Trans in sports, because the one thing I would say, I've only seen trans boys that are transitioning into girls competing and causing a problem with the competitive balance. Mm-hmm. It doesn't happen the other way around. Have you guys seen it happen on the side, like a girl transition to play with the boys and she's dominating?
No,
So why is that such a hard thing to debate?
it shouldn't be because it's not fair. And
Not
a
fucking
lot of
fair.
them go.
That shit is not fair.
It's not fair. Like a lot of them go through a really tough time trying to convince the entire world that they feel like they were born a woman or are born women, and then you go and compete against women, and it's just never gonna be that you have the same physical capability as a natural born woman.
They deserve their own league.
They do.
Do they have
I
enough
agree.
for their own leagues though?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do they have enough?
Well,
Oh,
my thing
absolutely.
is like, okay, if you don't like them in where they are now, give them their own league, and then don't get in the way of anybody wanting to transition, and you'll have your league full of trans women.
I think
pretty
that
quick.
that sounds that's a great idea.
Because that's the thing too. It's like, you know, the stigma. Like all the trans people that I've known in my life have struggled figuring out what they were, and then struggled getting to where they needed to be. So I don't know very many trans people that in childhood decided they were trans and that their family supported them, and that, like, I'm meeting those people now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the trans people that, like, I have a lot of friends that were identifying as lesbians and sort of like butch stud lesbians who are now all trans men. And I have some friends that were just feminine gay guys that happen to now be trans women. But the journey to get there wasn't like this straight line like we're seeing with these young. But I will tell you, if you ask them, they may have wished that they had that opportunity because it wasn't there at all.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, just like for me being gay, you know, I knew I was gay in the 70s, but I didn't know what to call it. I just knew that I was different I knew I liked boys, but I didn't have a word.
Yeah.
You know, and now these kids, they know what gay is very early, so they can go, oh, I'm different, and the thing that I'm different is I'm this. And they can point to it and go, I'm this thing.
Are you guys familiar with Matt Walsh?
No.
He made the documentary "What Is a Woman."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
You guys heard about that?
No.
Okay, so essentially, what he was doing, he's a conservative, and he's going around the country talking to scholars, feminist groups, to the average Banjo County, and asking a person, "What is a woman?" So, if I were to ask you guys, "What is a woman?" what would you describe? I'm sorry, Benji.
I don't know, fucking woman. XY chromosome, right? Or is it XX?
XX.
XX
And I'm
chromosome,
like, ooh.
right? It's XX.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's a woman, right?
That final answer for everyone?
Yeah. Well,
Nick,
I would
don't say
say
something different. Say
that you're
something
asking
different, bitches.
you're asking 3 cisgender gay men about trans issues now. In my
Is that?
opinion.
But what is
But
that?
you're-
Is that a
that's
trans
what you
issue
do.
though?
So, but if you had a trans person here
Right.
to answer these questions,
Right.
you might be getting better answers than we'll give you.
Well, I'm gonna find. I'm gonna
And
find
I'm not
someone.
saying I don't like. I'm not.
I
Saying
know we
like,
talked
don't
about
ask,
that.
but I had said that specifically when you'd ask me, "Hey, what do you want?" I said there's things about being trans that I can't speak to,
should've
even though
brought
they're
a
part of the
trans.
community.
You should have invited a trans person.
Well,
I did.
He invited me.
Yeah.
So
You're
I didn't-
trans?
No. He,
Oh.
I didn't know I was supposed to invite them.
No,
Yeah, I'm
I
trans.
invited
You wanna-
one, but it fell through. I had two.
Do you want to
people,
turn me out now that you know that
and
I'm
it fell
trans?
through.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yo, Wally.
You got it. Well, like when you play it back, and I say, "Wait, what?" Like you got to count how many times because I'm pretty sure I said it like 10 times already.
What's up?
Wait,
Wait, what? Yeah. So
Okay, no, I just meant in the sense
Yeah, I
that
know, I
like,
know.
it's like we're all part of the same alphabet. We're all people of letters, if you will.
okay.
But it's like the trans experience is like, and especially what's going on now. There is so much targeted anti-trans rhetoric, like more so than ever before. I've never heard so much shit being talked about trans people than I have like in the last probably 6 to 8 months. It's all YouTube, TikTok, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro. Mm-hmm. There's some chick who looks just like Ben Shapiro. I can't remember her name.
Really?
Yeah, she's like she got Ben Shapiro face, but she's a woman. She's doing the same. And
I think I know you talking about from the comment section or something.
Yeah, that her.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're all like it's sort of what you've been talking about, which is like the go woke, go broke. It's like they tried this with the gays and the gay marriage shit in 2010, 2008, all that time.
And they just transferred over to the trans.
And they didn't get us. They couldn't get us. So now they're going for the trans. And they tried the trans bathroom shit probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And now it's like everything trans. Like just the idea. And especially like this notion that all trans people are just out here trying to get children to transition and shit. It's like, I don't think that's the case. I think what's happening is
hocus pocus.
You got to have somebody to say, okay, we're all fighting against this thing, and they can't do that with gay people quite the same way because we've been around for a minute, and that it's like I do in my act I do a joke about when Obama made gay marriage legal, and now we can walk in the daylight. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not as scary because we can be in the daylight now or whatever. And I think that trans people are the new boogeyman. And
I think the trans people have been the boogeyman. Yeah, like
boogie person.
Boogie them. Boogie them.
That sounds like another party.
I'm working on it.
Now, do you think the trans community makes the gay community look bad, or give you guys a situation in where you got to fight a battle that's not yours?
No. I don't think their battle's different than ours. And it's
okay.
Them my
I don't really
sisters,
think
and I
it's
support
that.
whatever they, I support them as long as it's logical. But as far as like, I ain't gonna be out there like marching. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't relate to me that deep.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is, because I've been in a lot of different spaces, the same trans women who lied and scammed to get where they needed to be taught the gay boys how to do it too. So we try to like you even said like the trans community. There's no difference because they had to cross one boundary to get to the next. So just because they're in a place now where we haven't been, they've been where we have. Can I ask you something real quick? Well, okay. I'm not gonna ask you this. No, I want to wait till I have a trans person to ask that question. Okay. I want to switch a little bit. Say you're sleeping with somebody, same bed. You have to start your day at 7 a.m. They have to start their day at 9 a.m. She laughs because we had this talk. So a person that hits the snooze button multiple times while the other person's still sleeping, is that disrespectful or not?
The one who has to wake up later?
Yeah. Is it disrespectful?
Yes, I got to wake up at 7.
So, okay, so if you keep hitting the snooze button, 10 minutes. And then
I'm confused. Who's doing what?
He has to get up at 7 a.m. Okay. You got to start your day at 9 a.m.
7, 9.
Yeah, okay. His alarm goes off at 7, then he's snooze. 10 minutes later, snooze.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Me.
When you love, shit like that don't matter. If you love somebody and y'all guys do
like hell. I am violent. I will piss you out the bed.
To an extent. Like, I'm going to tell you. If it's that bad, I'm going to tell you. But, like...
Are you a light sleeper?
Yes. I'm going to wake up every time you tap that fucking thing. But I'm,
Oh, I'm a heavy
sleeper. And that's
sleeper.
how you get pushed at the back.
I would say any more than 3...
More than 3?
Snoozes,
I'm up now.
Then I'm gonna say some shit. I'm gonna be like, "Get the fuck out!"
Yeah, get up.
Because normal, like 1 or 2 snoozes, I wake up and I think to myself, "Oh, when they finally get the fuck out of this bed, I'm gonna get to sleep for another hour and a half, and I'm happy and I'll be fine." But if it goes on longer than like 30 minutes, then I'm like,
"You're upset now.
What are you fucking doing here? Get out."
All right. So I asked a few friends of mine to throw me some questions, and question number 1. Awkward moments when, have you guys ever had any awkward moments when straight men thought you were hitting on them and you weren't?
Hell yeah.
That happened all the time.
Because by Dusty, wasn't nobody even.
Are you a fucking psycho?
Like what?
Is it an ego thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the girls won't even talk to you. You want me to like you so bad so that you can reject me, but there's no way.
You've come up with this whole
scenario.
Where you thinking,
how does the conversation go? Is it just like a?
I've had it. Okay, I can't. It's like that with the niggas. I got to give you an example.
Get his own term for it.
No, it's just a lot. Because it happens a lot. Niggas do that often. So like a nigga be like, "Oh nah, bro, I don't roll that way." Off of you, it could be anything, and you like, "Well, I don't."
I wasn't your Uber.
It was never that. Yeah, I was your Uber, or I was just asking. I was making small talk because you started the conversation. Because I'm not the type to even start the conversation. So now I'm.
Why you so mean, bro?
Now I'm feeding back into it, and
I agree. I don't.
that's
Oh,
just
you
how
mean
it-
too?
it typically
I'm very
goes.
yes. I'm very like straight faced with straight men. It's very
Yeah.
cut to the point. You don't have time to think that I am interested in you in
So
any
if
way.
you assume that, then I typically think that means that you were trying to flirt with me.
Yeah. Right.
Huh? Like negging, like you know what negging is, right? Like basically like if a man was doing to a woman, not pegging, negging. It's different. I know.
Negging them, pegging. That's how you do it, boys.
Negging is like when they say something like they'll compliment you, then they'll take it away in the same breath,
Oh well,
and
basically.
then put you in a position to force you to.
Same energy.
No, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
It's coming from like the same energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Ian, where did Big Santa come from?
Literally, there's a homeless guy I see outside of the gas station near my house, and every time I see him, he calls me Big Santa, and so I made a joke out of it.
Oh, you're a big Santa.
Big Santa. Well, I don't go by that. It's a joke I have where I say that I know I'm having a good day when no one's called me Santa Claus, and that the people who love to call me Santa Claus the most are homeless people, but they all call me Big Santa, which is fucked up. Because Santa's already known for being fat.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is.
So that's sort of like it came from a real thing. Like, there was a guy, and then there's that joke has two parts. The second part of that joke is a white lady comes up to me after I give a homeless guy $1, and she says, "Every time you give a homeless person $1, you're teaching them never to get a job." And that happened to me in front of Grady. A homeless guy asked me for $1, I gave him $1, and this woman, like I was going to see my friend in Grady who was sick, and this woman came up to me and said, "Excuse me, you're just teaching homeless people that they never have to get a job or whatever." And the homeless guy literally raised his hand and said, "I got this," and then he just chased that bitch down the street. And yeah.
How did that make you feel?
That was so good. I mean, I felt,
I mean, because he's a comedian first,
Yeah.
right?
I was
That's what I was gonna
dying.
say. Do you do
I was
stand-up?
dying. Yeah, I'm a stand-up comic.
Oh, you're funny too.
Thank you.
And
But yeah,
like this, like interaction.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
see how you are on stage.
Okay.
I'll see his album. Look at him negging.
I know, right?
Look,
I do.
I'm not nagging.
say, Mall Santa.
That was nagging. That was
Yeah,
nagging.
it was. It's cool.
Y'all is.
It's because you messed me. You so high.
He was getting progressively worse. He ate it.
Yeah, the edible was kicking your ass right now.
Y'all, I'm okay.
This man done covered his
woke
wrists up.
When you talking about you chased her down the
Wait
street.
till you watch it back. You're gonna see.
By the time we get to the end, he gonna cover his
Oh
nipples.
my
It
God.
was a beautiful
I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm fucking starving. Man.
All right. Is Gator real?
Oh, that was. Oh,
That's the
yeah,
question.
Yeah.
That's it.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah, yeah. I don't have one. Actually, mine's broken.
You can't tell
Hell no, I
It's harder
can't
to
never
tell
tell.
now
Yeah,
than
really?
it used to be.
Just assume
because there's so many
everyone-
metrosexual men.
Well, and straight men are just softer than they used to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you enjoy?
Oh, why
How'd
y'all
you
got the
enjoy
women
your-
doing ad libs?
How'd you
That's
enjoy?
what I be saying,
How'd you enjoy your red plum earlier? By the way,
bruh. I'm not eating this plum ever. I'm like, how you make a plum into a banana? Like I can't eat
didn't
a
know plums
banana
were
in front of
bad.
a straight guy friend. Now I can't. Now I feel bad eating my plum.
what Gator?
Is that
Gator,
the question? That's
yeah.
what you're talking about.
Do you have a gator?
I be thinking everybody gay.
Gay until proven.
You're a
innocent.
villain.
Yeah.
You're a
Everybody's
villain.
bi
I
until
can't
proven
be.
otherwise.
Yeah, I can be.
I can't
I'll
be.
be like, don't look at me, don't talk to me. I don't even know. I don't know.
I just assume everybody is. Like, I think everybody is the same. And until you get into my...
Well, Gator used to happen around a lot in cruising too, which I don't know if that's quite the same because everybody has an app now. So cruising would be that you're out wherever.
Is that the name of the app?
At the park. What's that?
Is that the name of the app?
Cruising is what you would do before you had an app. So you would go to Piedmont Park and walk around,
there'd
and
be-
all the men that would hold eye contact with you a little too long, those are the
Now
homosexuals.
that's a tell.
That's- but
That's how I can
But
tell.
that's gaydar.
Gaydar.
Gaydar. That's part
Well,
of gaydar.
no, that
Grindr is
doesn't.
not your
That
gaydar.
doesn't count. I feel like
Grinder is not your
No, I'm saying
gaydar.
though, but back in the day, there was no grinder.
I know.
You'd have to be
I
physically
know
in
what
front of
you're
somebody,
saying.
and then you look at me a little too long. And then
If
I'm
a
like,
guy stares at me for too long, I know he's gay, but I don't think that that's necessarily gaydar.
That's going to
Because
If you're not, if nonverbal,
Person, that's
Huh?
where gaydar comes from.
nonverbal, like if it's nonverbal,
It's a nonverbal.
eye contact.
Nah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
talking about,
Nonverbal
and then
tell.
you've done it like more than once,
Uh-huh.
and like within a certain time span, like
Y'all
yeah.
about to have a lot of straight dudes looking at sidewalks.
Don't
Well,
look at the side.
you know-
Oh well,
Look
yeah,
at
because
my
don't,
booty.
don't look at
I'm
me.
just
I don't like making eye contact with straight
Because
people.
don't look at
Say it
me
again.
anyway.
I said I don't like making eye contact with straight people, so that's fine.
All right. I have a good
That was a
question.
joke.
I got you. But I got to get this
Yeah,
question before I lose it. I've been having a lot of conversations with people that are pushing poly lifestyles.
Me too.
Is that something that's big in the gay community as well?
Yes.
I wouldn't say. I'm not gonna say it's not big. I think that I date a particular way, so I don't usually run into people who are interested in that. But I think it's becoming a lot
And
more.
your way of
normalized.
dating is more monogamous.
Extremely,
Okay.
yeah. Like that, all that other person shit, that's out the door. Cause you could tell me, and I'm still probably not gonna fuck with somebody else. But yeah, I can't do that.
Okay. Ian,
Uh,
you've been married for how long?
I've been married for 24 years, and we are
You're
monogamous.
married.
I am.
Oh wow.
Some of y'all are gonna die alone, and I have somebody.
Is your husband a bear?
Damn.
He is. He is. Yep.
I want to meet him. Is he funny too?
Yeah, he's pretty funny. He's not a comedian, but he helps me with my jokes,
Okay.
but whatnot. I'm not.
If you clean
I
up the
don't. I
dishwasher.
couldn't do. Yeah, exactly. Right. I couldn't do multiple people in a relationship. I like because I would be concerned about them all ganging up on me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, well, we all want to go to this. You know what I'm saying? Like consensus against me.
Yeah.
But I would include a third
Sounds
or
like a
fourth
man, I don't
person
know.
in my relationship if that person always knew where they wanted to eat lunch. Do you know what I mean? Because like that's the hardest part about.
Wait,
this
y'all
being
have
two
that problem
people.
too?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really. I'm really
Yeah.
bad. I am really bad.
That's the struggle of
Oh no, you've been saying cheeseburger for 3 hours.
When I'm single, I know what I want to eat.
Bruh. I hate y'all. All of y'all. I hate all of y'all.
When
Why?
I'm single, I know.
Why?
And then if
When
I have
I'm
to take a
single,
long
I know
time,
where
I
I
just figure it out on my
wanna
own. Like
I
you
hate
would never.
y'all.
know.
That's crazy.
They be like,
Get
what
out.
the
I
fuck?
understand that.
All
And
y'all
I
get
also
out.
be thinking like,
So I can eat my plum.
Yeah.
Wait, how does getting in a relationship just break your your autonomy?
Because I want to eat what you want to eat. I'm thinking about you, and you're trying to think about me. But in the back of my mind, I know that I'm gonna find
Or
something to eat on this menu.
if you
You
always,
would make it sound sweet.
if you always pay
up.
for the food, you might be trying
Shut
to
your face up. Close your eyes.
not make you spend that much money. But me by myself, I'm gonna go eat.
When I want a
don't be
lobster
wanting to go
tail,
ham on your budget, you know.
Shake your head.
tail.
what?
Night sugar.
I'm shaking my head because my husband, they're like, so like we've been together for 24 years. He doesn't like the Olive Garden. I haven't eaten at Olive Garden in 24 fucking years. Because every time we go, well, we're gonna go to lunch, I'll go, what about Olive Garden? He's like, I ain't eating Olive Garden.
I love.
And then he's like, well, when I'm not with you, you can go to Olive Garden. Well, when you're not with me, I'm gonna have a good fucking time. Why the fuck would I go to Olive Garden? You know what I mean? Like,
The sassiness
Yeah,
of it.
I'm just
This is
saying.
crazy.
I would love.
It's stressing me
I would
out.
love to hang out with you. I bet that would be.
I'm gonna go have
funny
me
as
a
hell.
good fucking time.
yeah.
Is it cheating if you guys watch a show together and someone's late for whatever reason and you start the episode early without them?
Cheating, like
I did get in trouble.
relationship cheating.
I
didn't know.
I'm currently in trouble for that right now.
I
What
did
show?
get in
What show?
trouble.
It's called The Agency. It's a Korean soap opera.
Okay.
And I'm 2 episodes ahead.
sounds very gay.
And he caught me. It's really straight because like there's no gay people. There's no gay people in Korea. It is very gay-esque, but it's
why?
like it's all about like how sexist the work environment in
Korea.
is, and this one bitch is she's coming up on everybody, and it's the best. But I got in trouble. He caught me
Why couldn't you wait?
because he falls asleep. And I'm like, I got to keep going. He wants me to stop when he falls asleep. And then we pick it up the next day. And I can't do that. I want to watch the whole episode.
I mean, you could finesse that if you wanted to.
I mean,
What happened to you?
I pretend
So
to-
I definitely got in trouble for doing it, but I take the heat because I'm gonna tell you to start it over. And if you watch it while we're not together, you're gonna have to watch it again when you get with me.
Yeah, my niggas just used to watch it again with me.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Okay.
When I fell asleep, I'm like, you gotta watch it
All
again.
right, we got a couple minutes before we have to wrap. You guys feel like you've been heard? Does anyone feel like they've been heard?
Yeah, next time, bring some niggas here, man.
Cause I ain't finna be recruiting for him
I'm
to
just
neg.
kidding. With us. Like, you could have sprinkled some straight guys in here.
Oh hell no, because I
It's
don't.
Pride Month.
Right, and it's problematic. So they would have did that shit on
They
purpose.
could have brought us other perspectives and a transsexual.
Well, I had 2 transsexual people lined up, but they backed out. But
Which I
gonna
guess
continue-
that's
I'm gonna
something.
pursue it. Go ahead.
No, I said I guess that's something to
It's not the
consider for like
easiest-
October. You can still do
Okay.
October.
I mean,
Yeah, you
I
gotta
mean,
show.
it doesn't have to be Pride Month for me to talk to a transgender person.
Well, no, and I don't really think that
Yeah.
like this was necessarily
Yeah.
like Pride. It's Pride because we did it in the month of June, but
yeah.
no, it's just normal.
I wish more straight people knew transgender people. Like
And
'cause
honestly,
if
I
you
felt so
'cause if
frustrated
you
'cause I
know-
couldn't find
if you
anybody.
know transgender, like if you have a friend that's trans, not even like obviously more than one's ideal, but like just knowing a transgender person sometimes gives you a different perspective.
Absolutely.
Because it isn't them telling you what they're experiencing. You watch what they experience, and you go, "Oh wow, it is hard for them." And oh wow, it is. They do deal with a lot more bullshit. Like
yeah.
I mean, there's some trans comics in Atlanta, and they're so funny, and they deal with the most. Like they deal more with what other people are saying in their sets than any other group. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like that because someone's just gonna get up and fucking talk sideways about trans whatever. Like, man, I don't even get that shit. Like that's people get up and just
And they think
straight
they're
up
being funny.
Yeah, and no one's getting up and going, man, I don't understand gay people. Like they were when I first started. That's what it was. Like I would get up and I'd follow somebody.
So
who'd be
basically,
like,
the hack comedians.
yeah, exactly.
How long
Exactly.
have
I
you
think
been a
it's the same.
comedian?
What?
How long have you been a comedian?
12 years.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
What were you saying, Malik?
No, I think it's the same. Well, like how you was asking, who just said that about having trans, having more trans friends. I think it's hard because the only experiences, the only reason I have experiences watching that is because I had a transgender aunt. But outside of that, I don't necessarily have trans friends because they're always hitting on me. And it's like I'm trying to respect you transitioning into a woman, but in the back of your mind, you really want to sleep with me. So I can understand why it was hard for him to find somebody because, of course, naturally, if he did have a friend, he would just have to hope that they're not interested.
So, question: Do you think that's a hang up for a lot of straight men having gay guy friends?
Absolutely.
What you got to say, villain?
Um,
Everybody gay until you're not.
my friends are straight. I hang out with straight people all the time. Like,
You never try to flip
my
them?
best friend, huh? Tried to fuck my friend. No. I mean, they fine. If they was gay, I would. But and they cool. They my friends.
I thought you said everybody was gay.
Huh?
I thought you said everybody was gay.
I mean, they not like gay with me. Gay is not in our energy together. They're just my
Okay.
homies. But if they was like,
Y'all hoop together?
I don't hoop,
What you do?
drink, go out, kick shit.
What was that?
Was that a dance or are you a crossover?
I was thinking that.
You crossover.
Both.
All kind
You-
of shit. We do all kind of shit. They're
That's
my
funny.
homies.
No, you were so funny, high.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about?
But I'm an
That's a great
advocate
movie.
for like that. I think we should like who you sleep with should not matter regarding your friends.
No, it shouldn't.
Wait, what?
As far as the straight men having gay friends,
weird to
but
me
but
that
you
you
know
would
what though,
only
it
hang
will
out-
it women tend to be more prejudiced when it comes to straight men having gay friends versus straight women having gay friends.
That's a old way of thinking. I hear that. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But like me being the gay friend with a lot of straight friends, women like that shit. My straight friends get so much pussy because they hang out with me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think
That
it's
is true.
I
Or
think
you-
it's
you're like the
Anytime
dude
my
that
straight
goes
male
with the
friends would
baby
go
in
to
the
gay
park.
bar with me, they'd always.
I don't
do pretty
know.
good.
Is that very true?
So
This is why we have the
that.
conversations.
I don't have that experience. Actually, when I was in college, I was in the marching band, so we were supposed to hang out a lot more than most people who were friends in college, and they all thought that they were gay, and we developed a relationship as brothers at this point. Like, we were told if we get caught seeing y'all and one of y'all not with everybody, all y'all getting it. So we were always together, and people thought they were gay. But I feel like more people who may have had like insecurities within themselves thought they were gay, because anybody else would know, like, first of all, why we had to be together so much, and the fact that, like, nah, that's not happening. You know, they were very supportive of my dance career and just always support me in general. So it wasn't easy, and I've had people tell me, like, I almost didn't want to be a friend at first because I didn't want nobody to think differently of me.
Okay. Based on the conversation that we had today, you think there was growth here?
For you, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think everybody else kind of is.
Like, it's not new. I know what Keke is now.
I know what GRME is. GRE.
I think it was very nice to have.
GRE, ERM.
Oh, ESG.
I was like,
Oh, like,
what?
what is G? Like, Good Morning America. What
I know
happened?
that.
No, I think it was nice to have
Yeah,
an older and white gay man instead of like all black men.
He was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
He's funny.
it was an
Check out his
interesting
comedy,
perspective
he's
to it, which for you to be married, you know, that's definitely somewhere where a lot of us are trying to get to, and you don't see a lot of black married gay couples.
You don't?
No.
No,
Interesting. Well, are they? Is it that black men will marry white men, or are there races, or and not each other? Or?
I feel like that might be that.
No,
That
it's
could
that.
be it. That could be.
Well, no,
aspect.
I didn't say it like I'm like this is the reason. I was asking it. You're like, no,
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely something that's been considered.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not an overall.
Interesting.
That's not the reason why. I think black people often just don't get married.
Yeah, I can see that as like
Yeah.
what's the point kind of vibe.
You said that with too much confidence.
We seen a.
What?
We seen a.
Well, no,
I'm playing,
I
I'm
even
playing.
questioned why we got married. We, like, it's great and everything, but if we weren't married, I make so little money doing stand up that I could probably be on food stamps. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So there's a financial thing about the way we're married, that he makes so much more money than I do, that in some ways it like hurts me.
What does he do?
He is he owns his own company, and he recruits like physical therapists. So like healthcare kind of stuff.
Yeah. That is a coin.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's how that's kind of supposed to work. In an ideal world, it's like you're chasing your dreams, he's
Let me
supporting
meet
you,
my
you're loving
uncle.
him.
Auntie, what he giving?
Well, some of your aunties, okay.
My auntie, is he
Your
auntie?
aunties.
Listen, I thank you guys for being so open and being comfortable enough to come speak with me and people that watch me. Every time I've been with you guys, it's been fun. I've learned something, and it has some very childish laughter. It's a pleasure meeting you. I'm definitely gonna come see you work. I've already listened to your album. I'm gonna listen to the second one you sent me. I didn't get a chance to listen to that one, but I love you. I love your work. I love your energy, and it's a pleasure to have you here. And I thank you guys.
Thanks,
Sure.
Joe.
I wanna say
Always.
something.
Thank you so much.
I've been in the studio, guys, and I'm about to drop my EP part 2. So, yeah.
Choreography. I've been trying to make it happen.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. What would you
We've
mean?
already
Well,
met. We've already met and had a.
oh, well, yeah.
Okay. Good. Look at
Oh,
me
because I was
connecting the
like,
dots.
Joe, you know what? I need your number for
Yeah, Butch Queen 2 dropping.
That's what it's called?
Niggas.
That's lit.
What were you about to say?
Butch Queen 2, the Turnabout remix.
Redemption. Butch Queen
I
2
guess we're talking
Redemption.
about connections.
Oh, yeah, no, because you said choreography, and then I was like, what? I am doing something. Right, so I have a show this Friday, actually. And then I'm doing my own show, finally, the Malik Effect Experience. Very soon.
Yeah, send me the flyers. Send me the flyers. All the promos, shows, everything. Let me know. And I'm glad you guys came out. I cannot wait to go back and edit this and see how many uncomfortable laughs I had. I wish I had a camera on you. doing ad
Okay, you was
libs.
out here saying that. That's not fair.
I've been saying that.
I told you friends don't fuck friends, Joseph.
Right.
I said that. I never.
Said that.
I said that. I never said I smash friends.
But I said
You would.
that.
No,
Shit.
wait, would I?
No,
It
they
depends on
don't.
friend.
And if
It
you
depends
do,
on
there's something
It
wrong.
depends on friend.
Yeah, you cannot.
Yeah, make sure you cut and edit this
Niggas
part
don't
too,
think
Joe,
like
and send
that,
it to me
girl.
so I can post it
Niggas
on my
don't think
page.
like that. A nigga will fuck his friend if she a female and she cute the right day.
It has different dynamics at play. This has been the Atlanta Late Night Show. I appreciate you guys. I think we had a great show.